Hey guys, Jason Law with my co-host Rich, and on today's episode, I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
It's not always fun and games for first responders.
05 Central, you show me in pursuit.
But sometimes it is.
Oh my God, he's not wearing pants again.
Sometimes it's dangerous.
Flipping around, look out, look out, look out.
Sometimes it's not.
Antler Boulevard for a snake in a house.
And sometimes it's just plain stupid.
Chihuahua in his lap on a lawnmower. Could be heavily
This is the stupid side of first response.
Dispatch, do I really have to go to that?
This is Code 0.5.
Come in 0.5.
All right, I usually give a better introduction, but if you listen to our last episode, the intro went completely different from what the hell we originally were going to talk about. What did we do? We ended up going to movies or something. No, cartoons.
Yeah. Cartoons to something to
Gildozer.
To tread,
Yeah.
to people stealing planes.
and tanks. Oh, we didn't get to the planes.
Yep.
I think it'd be better if we could play the audio on that. Maybe on a different episode, because that's really what makes that story really. It's kind of sad, actually.
Well, and on today's episode, we got Marcus and Dakota again, and there was a question I was going to ask her in the last episode.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's hit it. What you got?
So, how long have you and Channing been together?
2017.
I thought you were about to say 27 years. I was like, you're not even that old.
Do you fart around him?
No. I mean, maybe accidentally in my sleep. But I don't do that around anybody. I'm a lady.
Well, me and my wife been together since 2018, and today she became not a lady.
Oh my goodness. Are we going here? On
The magic is gone.
Is that what we're doing?
She's going to listen to this podcast
She's
and he won't be at work on Monday.
going to
He's gonna
murder
disappear.
him.
She already threatens me constantly through text message about stuff that you freaking do.
New documentary.
You're gonna get me.
Missing.
Well, we were sitting there today on the couch, and I was playing some game on TV, and I hear something, and I look over, and she has this look on her face, and she's just staring forward, and I'm like, surely not. So I go back to playing, and I hear it again. Then this time I turn and look, and I go, "Did you just fart?"
Bro.
And she goes, "No." And I was like, "What the heck?"
We all know that we all hear that from time to time, and we just pretend like we didn't hear it. That's how you approach that scenario, especially if you're this far into it and it's
Yeah.
the first one.
Well, when I got up, I walked out of the house, and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to go record." And she's like, "All right." And I go, "And I'm going to talk about your gas." And as I'm shutting the door, I hear her yelling, "You better not."
Oh,
I know the documentary title now. The Missing, the Sour Patch Files.
Yeah.
That's for sure the documentary title.
Have you not heard that?
They call her. He calls her Sour Patch.
yes, I've heard.
So
you
the
say
Sour Patch Files is definitely the documentary about him missing.
One day, one of the deputies here, she was on the phone with me. I can't remember. She wasn't wanting to do something. Well, he called her Sourpuss. And she goes, "What did he just call me? A Sour Patch?" So that's how she's in my phone, is the nickname Sour Patch.
She's also in my phone under that because he shared the contact with me. And it saved her name.
Isn't it funny when people do that? They forget. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to text her. In fact, I'm probably going to her in a minute and just be like, "Hey,
I had nothing to do
this was
with anything.
not." Yeah.
I'm
in
doing
fact,
that
yeah,
right
I'm
now.
doing it too.
Yeah, I was. All three of you should do it right now.
Yeah. Hang on. Want a group? Oh, wait.
Okay, when we do this, you need to go ahead and put your phone on silent so because she's going to start. Hang on a second. I love how we're just
Okay, who's creating the group text? Or
No,
all
no,
individuals?
Individually.
Individual.
Okay,
What do
so
we say?
tell me when you go.
FYI.
When you hit send.
Sour.
Had nothing
There she
to
is,
do
Sour Patch.
with the content today.
I had nothing to do with content today. Okay,
When you
ready?
hit send.
1,
2, 3.
send.
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 Her phone. Ding, ding, ding. What the hell?
You're the one to blame, Jason. It's all you.
Okay, just time it. How long until you get a message?
Okay, it's 2:21.
Was she awake when you left? Because I just assumed
Yeah.
until I met her that she just slept 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because The only time I would
I'm
ever
stop
see a
watching it.
picture of her on social media, she was just on. All you would do is like post sleeping pictures of her in the car and stuff. So,
Well, she sent me a TikTok a few minutes ago, so I'm sure she's sitting there.
Will you have to let me know because my stopwatch is running.
All right, I will. But yeah, we're sitting there on the couch, and she busted ass 3 times.
so let me ask you this.
And it wasn't big. It wasn't like
Yeah,
a
just
manly
Keep
one.
digging a grave for yourself.
Okay, give us the category of, because we all, whether we talk about it or not, we know there's categories. Like how would you describe the category of the type?
Yeah.
Like
was
wet?
it
You talking about like a
like it was
smell,
it was it like a black
It
cat
was
went off?
weird. It was
just
like
like
a-
a pop, like a black cat. Yeah.
That's all it was. I was sitting there, and I'm like, "What the hell was that?" And she's just,
How'd you do that?
What?
What the world? How can you all do that?
Is that maybe a
It's
guy
like
thing?
everyone has a magical ability over here.
No, I didn't.
the look on her
What?
face.
I don't know how to
You
do
have,
that.
you have to seal your lips completely.
I have braces. How do you seal your your lips?
I don't know how you seal
I have like
your
a
lips.
cheese grater inside my mouth.
But
Hey, you're always showing it. You're like, "Can I have some of my braces?"
I am because I always have something in there.
Get away from me, psycho.
there was no smell to it, so
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want you to like.
Well, you were
describe
like
all that.
a good distance away, though, right?
I was right next to her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
'Cause there's
Like I was in my recliner, she was in the couch right next to me.
because there's like single like black cat pop types, and then there's like machine gun blowing bubbles underwater types. You know,
Yeah.
You know, there's types that become concerning. Like they sound hot. I don't know how to describe that, but everybody knows what I'm
Renix.
talking about.
Renix
Like-
is the
Like immediately, you know, like that was warm.
you
No
hear
way.
it, yeah, you hear it, and you're just like, do you need to go check yourself? You're good.
Yeah, like
You can
like
go.
no joke. Like we're not joking. Like if you need to
Please.
be excused, you may, sir.
Go ahead.
Like,
Odorless, not odorless.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, how far into your relationship did you were just like, all right, I
First
don't care no
night.
more.
You don't care.
Like, what's acceptable? Like, how far into one do you feel is acceptable, like relationship before you
I
start
don't know.
busting ass in front of each other?
Oh, 6 months, a year.
No, for a guy.
Yeah, for a guy.
You waited a year.
No, I'm saying I don't know.
I
don't
was
know.
probably
Dude, I think it was like 3 weeks because one day she was like tickling me,
yeah.
and because used to if I needed to fart, I would like go to the bathroom or go outside. I'm not going to let her know how disgusting I am yet.
Well, she knows, bro.
And one day she started tickling me, and I farted, and she started laughing. So then she just continued doing it, so I would fart
Farted
again.
more.
Yeah. So I was like, stop.
So mine was
I
like
got
that.
one.
Mine was you already got a reply.
225.
My first one, like there came a point.
Me too.
There came a point where I was like, I know I'm gonna have to, and my belly hurt. So I literally walked in the room I knew she was and made it happen just to like pop the cherry on it because I'm like, I'm not gonna walk around here with a tummy ache my whole life. Like,
Yeah.
Well, Channing says he doesn't do stuff like that, but then he'll spend 45 minutes in the bathroom. And when he comes out, I have to repaint the walls. So, I mean, I don't know what's up with that.
he's one of those guys who wanted like he doesn't do that either in front of you.
I mean, he has, but it's not been intentional. I think it just like slipped out.
Well, I mean, like I don't like I'm not weird like juvenile about it. Like I don't like
You don't Dutch oven.
I don't like
Yeah.
You're not
I
Dutch
don't
oven.
fart in people's CPAP masks or something. You know,
Who does that? Do you know somebody?
Have you done that to Jared?
I know.
Jared
somebody-
has a CPAP. That's very strange that you would say CPAP.
No, there was an employee that we all used to work with, and he used to talk about doing that to his wife all the time. Him and his wife both wore them. He no longer works here. He's really
No.
yeah,
No.
yeah, that one, yeah,
No.
yeah, that guy.
That's terrible.
He-
I would have to hurt
but
someone.
does it surprise you? Like
No.
no, like yeah. But he said that, and I was like, oh my god.
Have you seen those videos of those guys that'll go and fart in front of those oxygen like reclaimer or machines?
No, that's
And their
weird.
grandma wears the oxygen thing.
Oh, that's mean to grandma. Oh man.
Okay,
Yeah.
what the hell? She's texted y'all three and
Yep.
hasn't sent me anything.
She texted me and then the blushing smiley face. But it's not smiling. It's like blush.
Oh, well, she told me, I feel like if I reply to this message, the word premeditated could be thrown around in a courtroom. So
Oh, crap.
that's more of a response I've expected from her.
Well, my stopwatch is still running to see when you get a message. She's contemplating on how to not incriminate herself in a text
She just turned his phone
That's what
off,
it
probably. She just called AT&T and is like, you know what? We've reached the point. Go ahead and DC his phone. Because you know she's got the account set up. Like, it's under her name. There's no way it's not.
I can't. Yeah, she hasn't sent me nothing.
Mine says, this should be great.
Dude, you're in danger now, though.
What was that cartoon?
I'm in
No,
danger.
The Simpsons.
Yeah,
I'm in danger.
Yeah, like the whole world's on fire behind them.
It's okay, Tasha. Everybody rips ass. You just happen to do it a lot today.
Oh, you're dropping her names.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, she's been on here before.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. It was nice to know
She's
you.
either going to be here next time, or she'll never. You'll never be here again. To be
Just
on
let your
podcast.
audience know this will be the last time you attend your podcast.
So how long?
It'll be rich only from now on.
How long did you guys go with the back and forth? I think we kind of cut you off from your story. Like, what happened next? You said, "Are you serious?" And you
What
go
was I talking-
about Tasha whenever you heard her poot. Like,
Oh,
how long did the back and forth go? How long did she deny it?
Oh, she didn't. I mean, she didn't deny it, but she didn't own up to it. Like she just sat there with this dumb look on her face, like
The right
you
to
know.
remain silent.
Yeah.
She used her Fifth Amendment, right?
Did you tell her that her butt also has the right to remain silent?
No.
when in the presence of a law enforcement
Hey,
officer?
but the third time that she did it, she was like, "My stomach hurts."
Okay, if it was 3 in a row, dude, it was just like, it is what it is. Like, she had a bellyache or something, yeah.
And then she lied to me, told me she was going to go to the gym.
I'm sure you've told that lie several times as well.
No, I don't lie about that shit. I ain't going to the gym. No, she sets her alarm for like 4 a.m. to get up and go to the gym.
Yeah.
But her alarm goes off and she hits the snooze button like 17 times and never goes.
Yeah, I used to do that. I've done it all the time. Like I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna start being an early morning gym guy. So I set my alarm, and then the next day I'd set like 6 alarms. The next day I'd set 7, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not a gym guy early in the morning. I'm just not that guy. I could go. I used to love going in the evenings, but I can't wake up early with the intent to be miserable.
I think I've officially just reached old man status.
If I went to the gym in the morning, I would sleep in my office because I would be tired. I just can't do that.
Like if y'all try to get a hold of me and it's after 9 o'clock, the chances of me responding are probably, I'm probably already asleep.
You sleep that early?
At 9 a.m.?
No, 9 p.m.
Holy Jesus. I'm going to sleep till like 2 a.m.
Oh,
That's
I just
crazy.
assumed like most mornings at 9 a.m. because I'm not sure where you're at. I thought maybe that's what you were talking about.
I don't set an alarm.
I know. I figured.
He
You have an
plays-
internal alarm.
He plays, what's that, nap roulette. That's what he does.
There's my anxiety would I could not go to bed, like, especially if I was up late I have sleep anxiety anyway, like, especially if I have something
and it's
the next day.
worse now, though, isn't it?
Yes. It's a lot worse now.
We were just talking about how he was.
Dang, you call out Tasha, now you're getting called out.
Called out. What are you talking about?
I think he's insinuating that I have anxiety about.
You had anxiety before, but it's worse now.
Why? Because I wasn't here at freaking 9 o'clock
No.
or
We're
whatever.
talking about a
No.
conversation we had off air, I think.
Yeah.
About me fangirling. Over.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He doesn't want to
Yeah.
miss his.
Well, no, I'm excited to come to work now, but
What's that like?
refreshing. I hadn't felt it in a minute, but it's pretty nice, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And
You trying to get me to finger on air? I'm not going to do it, but
He is. You just can't see it. He's containing it.
so am I the only one that's dumb enough to get on here and say what I just said?
About
about your
Tasha?
spouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. if it
I'm
were
waiting
me.
on you to unleash like a Jessica story on us.
Oh, no. She would
No.
suffocate him while he was sleeping.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, he wouldn't wake up. Like
In fact,
pillow in the face, nostrils stuffed with something, not breathing.
Well, I had a friend one time that he tried to talk me into dating a girl that was Hispanic. Now, is she Hispanic?
You were just digging a hole, bro.
Okay.
Her father
Talking about other girls.
And
But the first subject was bad, and now we're like, I had a buddy of mine that was trying to get me to date this man, and you're
This
going to
was
hear,
years ago.
what'd she look like?
no,
You remember
any kind of Hispanic woman.
yeah.
Because he's talking about you'll always have good food, your house will always be clean, but the thing is, if you ever cross her, you'll end up dead.
I could see that with Jessica. I could see her being very, very sweet and very like a good cook.
She
he talks about her food. He says she's a great cook.
She's great.
But I could see that if he stepped out of line, she'd
Oh,
come
I
down
can see
on
it now.
him.
I can see it right
I can
now.
see it.
I've got the fear of God in him
Well,
right
I mean, I'm not dumb. You know? Yeah, she's Hispanic. Her father is from Chihuahua, Mexico. Or that
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, her father's, from Mexico. I mean, legitimately Mexican, born in Mexico. So it comes with all that. Obviously, I'm not going to sit up here and tell stories. I'll tell you one story. So,
now. Please get him.
I'm kind of, everybody knows, like, I kind of like say things a lot just to be funny. I'm a jokester. I'll just say comments that may or may not be funny, but the context in which I'm dropping them, I try to make it funny. Mm-hmm. So I came home one day and we were talking, and I was at work, came home, and she was talking about a neighbor from around the street, or someone had come up and was walking their dog, and they had an interaction of some sort. And she described her as a woman, older woman, well put together, real pretty. And I was like, oh, yeah, we got a pretty lady on the block, do we? And just, in a little fast of a voice. Mm-hmm. And immediately she stopped what she's doing, looked at me, and she's like, listen. I'm not one of your fucking buddies at the office, okay? You can't come home, and there's certain things that you can and cannot joke with me, and that's one of them. I said, yes, ma'am, it will never happen again. So.
Put in his place real fast.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it. From her perspective, I get it. I mean, it was an ass move of me, I guess.
But see, that's where I'm stupid, because I'd see the big button to push, and I'd be hammering the hell out of it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think you would. Not my situation. No. I love her. Don't get me wrong. She is great, and she takes really good care of me, and I would be lost without her. But I also know that I need to mind my rules, and whatever rules they may be, I think it's just reasonable. So,
well, what are your rules for her?
I don't have any rules.
She wears the pants.
So she has rules for you, but you don't have rules for her.
I mean, they're unspoken rules. Like, that's the thing. You ever played a game where you don't know the rules, like a card game? You got to figure the rules out along the way. Card games like that. That's kind of how this is. Like, there's very delineated rules. I have to wait till I stumble across them to have them pointed out to me, because I'm a dummy sometimes. So
I don't have any rules.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't have any for me. I just pretty much do what I want.
Yeah, we know. We can tell.
She listens to all of these.
Well, we all knew whenever Marcus brought Jessica for her first date, we already knew he was hooked.
Yeah.
She showed up, had her hair done, had a beautiful outfit on, and he was starstruck.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. She's a good woman.
Right.
Yeah, let's talk about something else for
you're starting to make me sick.
I'm getting nervous. She might just be, show up if just knowing. She might just feel that.
Oh, wait a minute. So we've talked about y'all farting, and then the farts with you guys. What about you, Rich?
What about me?
You guys have been together for a while, haven't you?
Yeah.
You and Holly? You probably just grab her head and put it in your ass, don't you?
No.
I don't think that's rich.
No.
It doesn't strike me as a rich move.
No.
Nothing.
I'm trying to figure out a way to explain.
What did I say earlier? Today she became not a lady.
So that's a title for this?
I don't know.
Dude's not a lady.
Dude looks like a lady. Yeah. That's Mrs. Doubtfire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was in that.
I love Miss
Aerosmith,
Doubtfire.
right? Aerosmith?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love when her face falls out the window and gets ran over. Miss Doubtfire.
It smashes into the pie. Hello.
Oh, man. All right. Rich, you didn't answer.
I was trying to think of a way to describe it. It's like opposites. I'm me, but she's the opposite of me. So that's how that
Well, if
works.
you have
So,
two
like,
things that are identical, one's not needed.
She's more outgoing than you are.
True.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's like complete polar opposites.
Like y'all's relationship, and you take that and flip it, and that's me and Tasha.
Like
I love how methodical Rich is being.
no, it's things like we'll be watching a movie together for the first time, and neither of us have ever seen the movie. And she'll be like, "What's his name?" And I'm like, I'll like tell her Obi-Wan. What's he doing? Why is he doing that? What is that thing? Why are they going there? I'm like, you're watching it with me. I know just as much about this situation as you do. Like that's a lot of our.
I think that's just a girl thing.
That's a lot of our our stuff. That's how that goes. Hey, this is making a noise. Should it make that noise? I don't know.
Well, now
Like,
that I
we go
think
look.
of it, I'll do that to Tasha sometimes when we're watching something.
You do it like on purpose. This is
I can see. Yeah, he does everything on purpose.
This is like more of a. It's not meant to be on purpose. It's just how it is.
See, I don't know if I could handle. So I'm the kind of guy that if I'm watching a movie, don't bother me. Like, I want to hear every word.
That's your ADHD.
No, the director. No, you know how many millions of dollars goes into movie production, and that's the final output. Every single word, every single thing is left in there specifically by the director for a purpose. And I want to hear and see every single thing that's there because it's relevant, I think, to the story. To the
Like,
art.
I'll
Okay,
give you
you
one.
wanna-
I could throw spoil. Well, no, I'm not going to do it. Y'all watch Squid Game?
I just started second season.
Okay, I'm not going to say nothing then.
Okay.
But I have something that's like that, where like I can't like when we watch things. Like sometimes I know things because I watch. Like
You're just
like,
you're
the
plugged
bad
in.
guy.
Yeah.
Like I'll know. Oh wait, that's the bad guy's grandson from like 3 years ago or something, and she'll be like, "Huh." And then it'll all come out, and it will be the bad guy's grandson from 3 years ago. And she'll be like, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "The things, the stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, I find even the dialogue. I find it so important that I watch everything's watched with subtitles at my house, and not just because I'm
watch
getting kind of
subtitles.
old and I can't hear everything, but even when
You
I
want to
I
hear.
keep the subtitles on because I want to understand every single word. Like it's so many times, like I won't understand a couple words or whatever, and I want to know. I mean, it's there for a reason. So I watch everything with subtitles.
See, I hate that whenever you know how you watch some movies where the volume is okay in it, but then you watch other movies and when the people are talking, you can barely hear what they're saying. And you're like, what the hell? So you got to crank it way up.
Right.
and then you go watch another movie, and it's freaking screaming at you.
Yeah. Watch it with subtitles on. So then you don't get to watch the movie. You're reading the movie.
No, I'm watching it.
Half the time, I don't even watch it. I just listen to it and do a puzzle. But I'm retaining
He's
it.
using,
I don't have to watch it.
He's using two senses at once, though. Sight and hearing.
Oh, my
See what I'm saying?
gosh.
He's using two senses at once. That's how he's gathering information. That's how he gathers information, like, a lot, if you have never noticed that.
Since we were on it earlier, you know another thing that Tasha does?
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Tasha.
She will sit on her phone in the living room, and I'll be watching something on TV. Well, she'll want to watch something else. She takes the remote, puts on ER,
and then watches TikTok.
and then gets on her TikTok, starts flipping through it.
I do that.
Okay.
That's a
If I go to change the channel on the TV, she's like, hey, I'm watching that. No, you're not. And it's like, how are you? Because she'll be listening to the TV and then watching what's on TikTok. And then every now and then she'll look up at the television and watch it. So I just have to like sit there because I hate watching ER. And when the last
I didn't
time
even
it
know
was
that
on
was still a
TV?
thing.
It's,
rerun.
It's on Hulu.
yeah, that's Holly and Grey's Anatomy. I can't stand that fucking show.
Yeah, I could tell you everything you need to know about Grey's Anatomy in like 2 minutes.
Okay, to be fair, let me think of a comparable example. Do you ever watch you ever seen the movie Bad Boys, Bad Boys 2, all that? Yeah, because you're a cop. Okay, that's why you watch it. She's watching ER because she's in the medical field. That's the difference. Like she loves that stuff because that's her. Because I used to be in the medical field too. And I used to watch House and like
House was my favorite.
Oh, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but
You know.
when, like we'll be watching Bad Boys and like something will happen. We'll be like, no way. Marcus would suspend us for that shit. Like we couldn't do that.
Right.
Like, that's not real, Holly.
Have you ever seen a medical person watching a medical show? They do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. Just like when Landman just came out. Have you guys seen Landman at all? With Billy Bob Thornton. It takes place in the oil field. And if you ever worked in the oil field, they were using wrenches backwards and stuff. Like it's just things because you're from that world. You can, and yeah, it's funny. People are funny.
It's like watching Cops on your day off. Live PD. Oh my God.
I used to do this.
Why'd you ask that question? Why'd you do that? Where are you at? What are you doing?
There was a time when we were running around, when me and Trevor were running around, and we would be off, and I'd be like, "What are you doing?" And he'd be like, "Oh, playing LVPD something. It's Las Vegas LMVDP something. Las Vegas Metro PD, but it's a
game.
It's the opposite. So it's Grand Theft Auto. It's the same thing." But you're playing it from the cop's side.
I've seen
and
people...
you're running around doing cop things, driving cop cars, making stops,
That's fun.
doing all these things. But he just got off work from doing that, and now he goes home and he's driving around. Hang on, I'm on traffic stop. I'll text you back in a minute.
I've seen people streaming those videos. And
Yes, he was. That's what he would do, like in his downtime. That's what he was doing. I'm like, how do you do that?
And some of them get like super like role play, like they'll like actually do radio traffic, like they're at work, and like it's just I wouldn't be able to do that.
I like watching the guys from like the hood play because they're like they get a chance to be the cops and they're like, oh no, where's the strap? Where's the strap? Get over here, get on the ground. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. And they just like hustle people for like little stupid parking tickets. They're like, nope, you're under arrest. Go to jail. It's freaking hilarious. Those ones are funny.
Yeah, I think we all like oversaturate into law enforcement whenever especially when we're like early into the career, watching cops, live PD, all that kind of stuff constantly. I just can't do it anymore. Like I like watching the old school cops every now and then because it reminds me of watching it with my dad when we were younger. We used to watch it all the time.
I never could get into it.
Yeah. Oh, I used to love it.
Like the body cam show and
nowadays
live PD and cops.
The only body cam I've ever watched was the one we all know. That's the only one I've ever watched.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never.
I like watching cops, like the older cops, because when the ghetto gunships would get out, man, they'd handle business.
Yeah.
Do you get sweaty when you watch cops?
Only when he wears his vest.
Yeah.
Sitting on with a battle helmet.
Oh, that's Renix playing Call of Duty.
Dude, I bet Rich goes home and he would put his vest on, and then Trevor would go home, he'd put his vest on, and they'd call each other, and then they'd get their radios, run them to like some repeater tack channel, and just like talking back and forth. All sweaty and shit.
He actually showed us some radios we were going to get.
Oh my gosh.
Those little, they're like Temu radios or something.
I love Temu.
I can't wait to see Trevor again.
Stories.
Speaking of stories, who's got the stupid criminal stuff? Or do I need to continue like bashing the stuff my wife does?
You're cooked.
Yeah, I think you've
You're cooked.
Yeah.
Call this one Jason's final episode.
Yeah. An ode to the Jason. Dakota, didn't you have a funny?
Well, I've got a couple, but some of them aren't as descriptive. Like this one doesn't tell you where it's at, but it says Joey Miller and Matthew McNally. These men were behind likely the worst and least thought out disguises in the history of crime. When committing their misdeed of robbing a place, they didn't use masks, hoods, or balaclavas, which most criminals would have instead of chose. Instead, they chose to draw on their faces with permanent marker. While it may have made them hard to recognize during the crime, permanent marker, as the name suggests, notoriously is hard to remove, which left the men extremely easy to identify when the police were looking for the culprits. The dumb stunt earned the named duo the nickname Dumb and Dumber.
That is yeah. Everybody's had a version of that idiot at some point. You know, like paint huffers. You know, they're like, oh no, it's like and their whole face is gold,
Covered in
gold or silver, or someone just stole some tires and they're like, oh, I was in bed all night. Well, why are your fingers all greasy? It don't make sense.
I used to work at a hardware store. Mm-hmm. A guy came in as he's walking out with his purchase. One of the dudes that worked there picked up the phone and was calling the police department. I was like, why are you calling the cops? And he goes, that guy just came in here and bought a can of silver spray paint and asked specifically for a brown bag. It's like,
maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there's a reasonable explanation. Perhaps if he was concerned, he shouldn't have sold it to him.
Yeah.
Here's another one. It says Scottish shoplifter Aaron Morrison was picked up after pinching a bottle of vodka from a liquor store. It didn't take Sherlock Holmes to find Morrison, though. His name and phone number were left with the clerk after he asked her out for a date.
Hey, that's what's up with hemmed up Luigi. Mm-hmm. He was flirting with that girl at that hostel, and that's the only face pic they had of him.
Oh yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Didn't he get picked up at a McDonald's or some crap?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Do y'all want to talk about that?
I mean, we just started the other thing, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
one
man.
of the episodes.
Okay. Luigi, he gets found, and from what I read, all that shit was in his bag.
Yes.
Did we talk about this on another episode?
I think we discussed it. We were talking about it, but not.
No, we talked on I was here, but he hadn't been caught yet. It had just happened.
Oh, okay.
Because we were talking about. Remember, he was like the John Wick and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember you bringing that up. But didn't he have like the gun on him in the bag? He had the bag that he had with him,
manifesto,
and all that crap. Man, there's way too many damn coincidences there.
Yeah, I mean they're not coincidence. He's the one that did it. He had the evidence on him.
Why would you? Yeah, no.
And if you have
a few days later,
smart. No,
he had a manifesto, which means that he knew he was going to be taken into custody. It was all. I don't know all the details about it, but if you're caught with all that stuff,
you're cooked.
Yeah, there's no way he planned because he obviously planned it all out. I think it was on purpose. He was making a point, trying to be a martyr.
Okay. Well, here's police in Osaning, New York. Were called to a mini mart.
I have that one. When
they found Blake Leak, 23, trying to break in. Are you on Reader's Digest?
Maybe.
They chased Leak through the streets until both cops took a tumble. Seizing the opportunity, Leak sought refuge on the grounds of a large building. The building was the Sing Sing maximum security prison, where he was promptly nabbed by a guard.
So he went to prison and to hide. He wound up in a prison thinking he was hiding.
He's gonna. Oh crap! My phone's ringing.
Is it her?
Yeah.
I'll
put it on
my stopwatch. 27 minutes 17 seconds. See what she says.
Oh my God.
Hello.
I'm assuming you were an asshole today. So you have two choices in life. You can bring home my favorite dinner, or you can sleep on the porch. Those are your choices.
Hey, y'all got a spare bed?
What? Didn't you say earlier you don't negotiate with terrorists or something?
He said a lot of things earlier.
I think he said his wife busted ass.
No, you didn't.
I figured she would hang up immediately as soon as she said that. Yeah.
I don't know what she's talking about.
3 times?
3 times. Poot, poot, poot.
I'm not saying anything about it. I'm kind of scared to toss shit, to be honest.
Jason!
What?
Are you Googling funeral homes? I think if we chip in, we can do kind of a cost-effective.
I think.
Oh, no, I have a good policy on him.
Cremation.
And I won't need to even use any of it because the backyard's fine. I have a backhoe.
Relevant. Relevant to recent discussions. She's been welding on it for a while, too.
Yeah. You're
I'll
Oklahoma.
see you at dinner.
Oklahoma woman goes on rampage in backhoe after being outed on podcast.
Yeah.
Someone's about to get a documentary.
Yeah.
Hey, will you at least put my favorite blanket out on the porch?
No, your fat ass will have plenty of padding.
Ouch.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think she's serious.
Okay.
It might cool your blood pressure down too.
Oh, okay.
Dinner. Whatever I want when you come home.
Alrighty.
I'll send you my list.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
You better buy her all her favorites. Oh my gosh.
She called me fat.
Yeah.
That was mean.
What were you playing over there?
And no one could tell the difference.
Oh, shut up. Was that damn dog?
Yeah, no one just knew that. No one knew it was a video. They thought it was just you still laughing. It sounds just like you.
What the hell's that dog's name?
Muttley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
so yeah, the dude went to maximum security prison.
Well, I got one. It says Missouri man breaks into multiple women's homes to tell them he respects them in celebration of International Women's Day.
that's like the Chris Hansen guy. You know, perp showing up and be like, I was just going to tell him, this is super dangerous. And, you shouldn't have. And I brought the condoms just to make a point, and the rope. Whatever.
Is that show still on TV?
No, I'm pretty sure after some unexpected, they had a couple that didn't end the way they expected it to. They had a judge or an ADA that they wound up identifying, and it didn't end up out well. I think he ended it himself in the house and all kinds of stuff. Trying to raid on him. So, and I think he's been sued quite a few times too. I used to love that show though.
Yeah. Go on. Go ahead. Take a seat. No. Have a seat.
Just take a seat. Can I have a piece of pizza first? Absolutely, bud.
There was one that sat there and ate pizza and was drinking the beer or whatever he bought.
People do weird shit when they're super nervous, man.
There's a Facebook group that I watch. I catch them from time to time, and those people, they just like whatever. Just whatever. They get them hemmed up, and they're just chilling.
Do you have any experiences, personal experiences, with what you consider a stupid or dumb criminal?
I think those were all in season 1.
Yeah, I think we told a lot of those.
Yeah, I had one time. The guy did a vehicle burg, stole a bunch of stuff, including an iPad that was in there. The iPad was tracking or had a pinging thing on it. Oh, the Find My, and then so I went and found him. It was over on the west side of the county, and the dude fell asleep in his car with everything right there, and he was going through one of the backpacks, and it was all just spread out right there, and still was like, no, it wasn't me, man. I've just been here sleeping this whole time. Okay, but have you ever had? I mean, we've all experienced. I think no one really believes me, probably, but we've all had someone legitimately deny that their pants. Yeah,
yep.
yeah. I mean, for real, I've had several of those along the years.
Like those videos where it'd be like, "These ain't my pants," and then the cop pushes them away. It's like, "Dude, I was about to arrest you."
I usually just explain to them, I was like, "Well, I won't charge you with ownership of CDS, just the possession of it. I'll do you a solid, bub."
Yeah.
I won't charge you with owning the stolen property, just possessing it.
The way she was moving around and stuff, I thought she found something good over there.
I did. I found something funny. It says 45-year-old Amy Brazier was arrested in San Antonio, Texas, after a mechanic reported to police that 18 packages of marijuana were packed in the engine compartment of the car, which she had brought to the mechanic for an oil change. According to police, Brazier thought that she didn't have to open the hood to have her oil changed. What a dummy. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm over here reading these while y'all were talking.
I think I've seen before, on TV, like a live PD type situation with maybe it was cops or something. But they had responded to someone locked in a vehicle. It was an adult, and they forgot they called and said they were locked in their vehicle. They literally just didn't realize they didn't have their keys or whatever, and they just had a moment where they thought they were legitimately locked in the vehicle. You might ever have moments like that where you just think something completely stupid.
Yeah, where you're looking for your phone with your phone in your hand and the flashlight.
Oh, that's day to day. Yeah. That's an everyday occurrence.
Yeah.
What about, says recently a woman in Fresno, California was stopped at a DUI checkpoint for being soused. Ever helpful, she offered up this info. My husband's right behind me, and he's even drunker than I am.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that one. Here's one that says, that's titled, This Smells Odd.
Tasha.
When a man attempted to siphon gasoline from a motorhome parked on a Seattle street, he got more than he bargained for. Police arrived at the scene to find an ill man curled up next to the motorhome trying to steal the gasoline and plugging his nose into, or had plugged his hose into the motorhome's sewage tank by mistake. The owner of the vehicle declined to press charges, saying it was the best laugh he'd ever had.
I can't. Is that real? You think? I mean,
yeah.
It probably is. It probably is. I've seen stuff similar. I guess it's crazy.
I honestly wouldn't know which one to plug it into. I mean, I would think I would know the difference between the gas and the sewage, but I don't know what the sewage one looks like. Does it look similar?
The gas one looks like every other gas receptacle in every other vehicle you've ever seen, and the sewage, like you have to get to it and open valves and like.
Oh, see, I thought it maybe was just a similar. No, well then I'd probably know the difference.
Yeah.
When an attempted robbery at a Lowe's home improvement store went awry. Shut up.
Rari?
Rari.
I said awry the second time.
Said a Rari.
Bitches. Milton Hodges fled across the street and jumped a fence right into the Cypress Cove nudist resort, as Orlando Sentinel pointed out. As one of the only folks wearing clothing, Hodges was easily spotted by police.
Yep. That did go a Rari.
Shut up. I said a rye right after that.
I said a Rari.
You ever see body cam video of like people like making contact with somebody in a hotel, like on not the first floor, and the guy like tries to run, like jump out the window, but obviously hotel windows don't open, so the guy the cop doesn't even move. He just stands there, waits for the guy to bounce out the window. Like, okay, come on,
chill out.
Nowhere to go.
We ought to pull up some of those like TikTok videos and talk about them, where those people are all like talking about how they're not traveling or they're not driving, they're traveling.
Have you ever contacted people like that?
Once.
I've had several back when I used to work the highway full time, and it's especially if you're not prepared for it. Their goal is to aggravate you into, because there's no talking sense into them. Mm-hmm. And people will just give them way too much time trying to understand or try to make them understand that they've prepared to not understand.
Did you introduce them to a little thing called Pennsylvania versus Mims?
Well, I tried to explain it to them several times, and I was pretty good. Usually I would either be able to resolve the issue after some time. But to be honest with you, it got to the point, if I walked up and they said that, I was just like, just get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not from here. They're out traveling just with the intent to bait you into a situation I ain't got time for. I got more important stuff to do. So,
yeah.
But I've had to make a point a couple of times.
My one interaction was starting the whole, I don't think they let off with the I'm not driving thing or whatever. No, I asked for their license and they said that they didn't have to produce that. And then I said, look, I'm not going to go through all this spill with you. Just get out of the car. Yeah. And whenever I told them I was going to take them to jail, then all of a sudden stuff was being produced.
Right. Most of the ones that have attempted to lean into that rhetoric, you can tell they're not comfortable with it. They're just stuff they read online. So they're they're fumbling through it, but they're using the vernacular so you know what they're trying to say. Mm-hmm. And I usually try to get it cut out right away. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. That makes no sense.
Not today, sir.
No. I've got coworkers that aggravate me today. I don't need anybody from the outside to do it. Usually Jason.
Here's a lady in Ohio who went to McDonald's and requested chicken nuggets. They said they were unavailable, and she punched the drive-thru window worker and went to jail.
I mean, we've all thought about it from time to time, right?
I mean, I know I've seen the memes about the ice cream machine where they're like, let me show it. Let me see it don't work.
Yeah, prove it.
One of our kids works at McDonald's.
We don't have kids. Oh, one of you and Tasha's kids?
Yeah.
Oh, you were looking at me and pointed at me. I was like, we don't have kids together.
But he talks about how people will come in there and freak out over the smallest shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
entitlement.
We deal with that every day. I'm not surprised.
I'm like, because I guess, like stuff like they'll hand him a medium drink instead of a large.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of them saying, "Oh, I ordered a large," and then let him fix it, they'll just freak out. And I guess he's gotten tired of it now, and he'll just like shut the window on them when they're doing all that crap.
Yeah, I don't agree with people disrespecting anybody working. Like, you can be upset or be unsatisfied and address that, but I don't put up with people just disrespecting, especially kids like that. It's not their freaking fault. Or people on the phone, or people, at the window, at work and stuff. I won't do it. I can't stand people like that.
Her fingers are over there working pretty hard. I thought she was coming up with some great stuff.
No, Channing's sending me pictures of him in his chili. He's got his KC jersey on.
I love how he's using
knife hand.
Yeah, he's like
he's so serious.
He's like a Price is Right girl. Like with his hand, he's like, you could have all this.
Yeah,
if the price is
my
right.
good chili pot. He better not burn it to the bottom. You're in trouble.
Is he partaking in green cans today?
Oh, I'm sure.
You better go check. You're gonna burn the house down.
He's gonna be happy Channing or sleepy Channing.
Yeah, those things will sneak up on you if you're not used to them for real. Because they're like 7%.
He just had him a good time that night.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did we do this one? Two men decided a back to school event at an office supply store would be the perfect time to do some shoplifting. It says, after all, store clerks would be busy helping an influx of shoppers. The sale happened to coincide with an annual Shop with a Cop Day when about 60 police officers show up to help children pick out school supplies. Perfect timing. God dang it, man. Why do you... I'm just not going to laugh anymore.
Yeah, you will.
Nothing's funny.
Whatever. You laugh at everything. Nothing's serious. There
it goes.
Identical. Tell me that's not identical to this clip. If you're listening to it, they're not going to be able to tell the difference. I'm pretty sure you should get some royalties or something from the Muttley cartoons.
Y'all are going to see me and my head's going to turn red.
We have hot buttons over there. We can program that laugh to the hot button.
Oh, my gosh.
No, we don't need to.
I'm going to get a soundboard app on my phone, and next time we're up here, I'm just going to start doing my own soundboard. Just similar to the things I'm going to hang on my wall soon. Remember? We've talked about that. I have certain text messages I received from Jason that I've screenshotted away, and at some point, they're going to be displayed on my wall.
How many do you have?
You'll find out one of these days, bub. I can't disclose it. It's been a surprise.
I like the message you sent me about my head being full of knowledge. I better be wearing the same size hat as somebody else we know.
I said that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you're talking about head size, I know who we're referencing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What? Either me or Jared?
Yeah. Not you. I mean, you have a normal size head.
Yeah, I was going to a conference.
Because I went to buy a damn cowboy hat, and the only size they had was the size that Jared got. That was the only one that would fit me.
Really?
Yeah.
Big old noggins.
Yeah, I don't know why it looks different.
Well, I was going to a conference in Florida, and Marcus was here all by his lonesome, and he said, when you come back, your head better be so full of knowledge that you wear the same size hat as beep. And I said, this is so true. I love that message. I actually have that screenshot. It's in my police file on my photos.
I say stupid crap all the time.
You better have the same size hat.
Yeah. Head be so big, full of knowledge, you got the same size. You don't share his hat. Y'all wear the same size hat. It's so damn big. Make your own neck muscles weak. Just you bobbleheaded in here because your head's too big.
Fall backwards.
Or she'll be coming in. It'll be like bulked out.
Yeah. She got to come in with a cowboy collar to help, strengthen.
Like I'm in the rut. My God.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I still haven't gotten my list. She said whatever I want for dinner.
That means you better figure it out, and you better be right on point, or you're in even more trouble.
Tell her you would love a good night's sleep in your warm bed for dinner.
I'll tell her I'm going to bring her Chick-fil-A.
Oh, my God. I said, is the chili good? And he said, I'm using the last bit of seasoning now.
Yes.
Who's taking these photos?
Only my kid.
Like, is he like, hey, I got an idea. Take my photo while I point up. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't say what he's doing, but that looks pretty comical. Is this normal? Is this his normal sense of humor?
Yes.
Tell him the deer's dead. Like he doesn't have to put it down. It's in the pot. Like he doesn't need to.
That's his normal sense of humor, really?
Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
He's quite. Yeah, I've seen it come out in him a couple times. Like he's
funny.
pretty. I want to get to know him a lot better. Yeah.
He's funny.
I'll be
He's
honest with you.
quiet.
I was super. I probably still am intimidated by Channing.
Why?
Because he's very quiet.
He's a watcher.
He is. He looks like he's
In deep thought.
He's got a poker face, and he doesn't like. He just kind of stands there and this squared off shoulders, and he looks like he works out all the time. Probably doesn't. Just probably God made him that way, and he looks like he could take care of business.
He strikes me as one of those that, like, if you were to cross him or whatever, it wouldn't bother him. But if you were to cross you or his kids,
right,
the world would be destroyed.
I bet he has no problem expressing himself whenever he feels the need to do so. I know you've told me a couple of stories about about things that needed to be handled, and he went up there and
handled them.
Well, yeah, used his words, but
there was a time for him to be reasonable, and then
there
came
you go.
a time for him to be unreasonable.
Absolutely.
God, Gildozer.
There is nothing more scary than seeing somebody in a state of complete calm immediately before violence. Like, there's nothing more terrifying than that. Yeah.
He does have he has a poker face. That's a good saying, because you never know. He kind of has a face like you don't know what's going on in there, because he just has the same face.
Like, he doesn't look like he's mad, right? He doesn't look mad, but he definitely never looks happy, really. I mean, I've seen him laugh. I don't mean that, but he's very just careful with how he expresses himself, I guess. So,
and he's the watcher of all things. Likes to watch everybody. Like, when we go to concerts, I'm like, yeah, I'm having fun and I'm jumping up and down, and he's just standing there.
Because to be fair,
around.
if I didn't know you and someone like pointed you and him out, and you're like, yeah, and guess which one's a cop?
Never thought of
you know it's because everybody's going to catch him, right?
Oh yeah.
You mean that goofy girl won't shut up? That's yeah. Like, actually, like, she's actually, like, you don't want to mess up. She'll get you, like, for real. Like,
did you just say he always looks angry or something?
Not angry.
He does kind of look angry, but like,
you got to realize that when we
melancholy.
see him, it's right after he gets out of the car with her.
You know what? I should teach him the laptop 48 trick that we were talking about. Yeah, we weren't on air when we talked about that, were we? Like,
yeah, we were.
No, I don't think it was in between.
Oh no, it was.
Yeah.
He'll be going down the road, and he'll just go here.
Yeah, when we're on long road trips, Marcus knows how to put me to sleep.
Yeah. So we had a case where we had to travel to Louisiana, and a quick down there and back that had a lot of moving parts. On the way back, I was driving, and Dakota talks a lot. I don't know how to say it nicely. And I guess I just saying it nicely. So
talks a lot.
I've got this good idea. Is like, you're road tripping with your kids, and they won't, they're yakety yakking. So you pass them an iPad or something, and all of a sudden everybody gets quiet. So I just pulled my laptop around, put it on the first 48, put it in front of her, and she slowly just kind of fell into my trap. Didn't hear much about her didn't hear much from her for the rest of the drive. So
now he tries to do that all the time,
and she had no idea what I was doing at the time. I fell right into my trap.
Well, by him saying that, did it ruin it for the next time, or are you just going to be like, all right?
Yeah, she'd be like, all right, here we go.
Dakota's she's an in the moment person, like a little squirrel. Like, it doesn't matter what happened there or what's in the future. Got my attention right now. Just going to have my full attention until something else comes along. So.
The first 48.
He's describing me as a toddler.
I don't know. We had snacks. Like, we
do
stop
have
for
snacks.
Yeah, you have to get her snacks.
Yeah.
Especially back then, because back then you were
very snacky.
Yes.
Well, Finch knows that. Mm-hmm. He knows that big time, because whenever we go out to a big scenes and stuff, he'll text me and say, I know you like snackies. What do you need? Before it even comes out.
Yeah, you know what? It's some of the most aggravating experiences I've had with her, because we've spent a lot of time together over the years on cases and traveling and training and everything. It's like, if you're ever out somewhere and have an opportunity to sit down at an interesting restaurant, It's exhausting. Like she's like a little kid and she wants to ask what everything on the menu is. And then she'll order something, bring it. And then if she doesn't like it, she's like I didn't order that.
You're talking about sushi.
Dakota, stop.
You're talking about the sushi place. I think we were in North Carolina when we went to the sushi place.
Yeah. And
Oh,
it
wow.
was just like,
Or maybe we were in Dallas or something.
it took 40 minutes to order because this poor girl had to explain everything on the menu in detail. And then, it was, I think you dropped like $160 on sushi that night. Didn't like half of it.
God.
Well, and we went and ate Indian too when we were in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got
that any
butter
good?
chicken or something.
I love Indian
It was
food.
good.
I've never had it before.
Well, he enjoys it, so he was able to help me kind of pick out what to get. That was in North Carolina for sure. I know that one was.
So anytime, if you're trying Indian food for the first time, go just to the butter chicken curry. It's like the most Americanized, non-weird. It's just a chicken. It's like a sweet curry sauce, and it's really good. Yeah. Eat it. Give it some garlic naan.
Mm-hmm.
I had mutton, and Dakota refused to try.
Try it. I wouldn't try it.
Yeah. I'm like, just try. It makes me mad when people won't try something. Like just to try.
What the hell is mutton?
Lamb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, just eat it. She's like, no. I was like, quit being a kid. Just try it. No.
I get so angry when my kids won't try stuff.
Just try stuff. We're out here at a place you've never had before and you won't try anything. I bet you
That is one thing. We like to go try to find things that we don't have here when we're out.
Yeah.
And she also refuses to take liquid medicine.
Yeah, I do.
She's like a little kid in that.
You got to like sit me down and make me sit there, or I'm not getting up until I take it.
We were
You have to sit me on the table and sit in front of me and just stare at me.
She's like a damn kid. Like, just like just like a little kid. No. No. Well, why? It's fine.
I can see
me.
that though.
That's me.
Because we were all sick. There's a time I think we were all sick up here or something, and we were all taking medicine. And she came in, and she was really sick and wouldn't go home. So I think I had some medicine. I went there and tried to give it to you. He's like, "No, I'm not going to do it. No, I don't take liquid."
Why? Because of the taste or something?
Yeah, I can't get over it.
Just pretend it's like a shot of whiskey and just throw it back.
It's not though, and I know it's not.
Next time you give it to her, be like, "Hey, man, try this. It's freaking Eagle Rare. It's her."
I am a kid sometimes.
We love you though. Most of the time.
You're all right.
Just like a kid, you love your kids, but sometimes you just want
Liquid
to slap the
medicine.
shit out of them.
Man, during COVID, there was a time when I was carrying around Dayquil with a koozie on it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
You got to do what you got to do.
If I'm sick, I don't even care.
Oh,
I'll take whatever.
I can talk about this now because it's been a long enough period of time, but I was sick up here once and I had taken Dayquil.
Oh yeah.
And Melissa, she was like, "Oh, you look horrible here." I was like, "Oh, thanks. Great, thanks." She's like, No, here, you should take this. And it was Alka-Seltzer something. She's like, it'll clear it right up. And I was like, whatever. So I take it. I don't remember most of that day.
You made 16 arrests that day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't, yeah.
Interviewed 4
55 felony
suspects.
count.
That was bad.
Oh.
That was bad.
I think I remember that because you wouldn't go home either.
Yeah.
You kept staying up here, and you did. You did not look good. You knew you could not feel good.
Yeah. Well, I guess when it comes to that, I'm just a wuss.
How do you know when Rich doesn't feel well, though? I mean, because he always kind of looks like he might have a tummy ache because of his face.
Yeah.
I mean, do you just wait for like his color to change, or
No,
No, you could just tell. I don't know.
pretty much the same all the time.
because there's like most days, there's a lot of days like I'll like interact with you and I'll go to one of them. I'm like, "Hey, is Rich okay? Everything okay with Rich?" Like, yeah, I guess. Okay, just check.
Well, why didn't you ask him? I mean, it's not like he can fire you.
Because no matter what, if I ask Rich, "Hey, you okay?" I'm good. I'm fine.
Yep.
I'm all right. He's just like Bob in that sense. No matter what, Bob, I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, buddy.
Pushing through.
I don't want to come up here and have like 4 people with their necks snapped just because I didn't check on you.
Well, y'all are dumb. I think I've done it to you a couple times. I just walk into your office and I go, "Hey, I don't feel good. I'm going home." And I turn around and walk away.
I am of the
Oh yeah,
opinion.
you have to send us home.
Yeah, I don't. If they don't, I'm a very strong proponent as a supervisor. Like, if you have sick time and you're sick, go home. That's what it's for. And people supervisors sometimes get aggravated about it. And I've had them come to me and say, how did you handle this? How did you deal with it? I was like, if they have sick time and they're sick, like they get to use it. It doesn't matter. As long as it's within policy. If you don't want them to take off, don't give them the time.
Well, my thing is that if I'm sick and I stick around
exactly.
and then to make the three of you miserable and y'all get sick, now we're down 3 people instead of just 1.
No, we still have 3 people. Well, I don't know. At least 2.
At least 2. I think I know where we're out of here.
At least 2 would be.
I've been on call
ride or
before,
die for the squad,
and I'll get migraines, and they'll hit me so hard that I'll puke.
Ooh,
I thought women got migraines. Dudes get migraines too?
Yeah, I had a concussion.
Well, I really didn't know.
I had before, and ever since then, I'll get migraines now and then, and they'll make me throw up.
I've never experienced a migraine, I guess.
They're so bad. Noise, sunlight, any kind of light.
Are you sure not a vampire?
I think so.
Okay.
That'd be cool. I'd carry your blood around in a vial around my neck.
I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure Cannoli is a vampire.
Who's that?
Cannoli.
His name is spelled Knole. Cannoli.
Oh.
Okay. Or it's spelled, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
With an EY.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
If
I had to spell it out in my head.
So next time he comes to one of y'all's offices, just watch. He will knock and he will not enter unless he's invited. Like he'll just stand there. So, and that's like a rule for vampires. They can't come into your home unless they're invited. So
vampires and cops.
Yeah. There we go. That's so funny.
I do that. They're like, go to somebody's house or go to talk to them or whatever. And they're like, yeah, whatever. They'll come to the door and then they'll go to walk in and you're just kind of standing there like, okay, I'll just go myself then. And they're like, oh no, you can come in. I'm like, yeah, we're kind of like vampires. We can't really come in unless we're invited. So
I didn't know that about vampires.
You never seen Vampire Diaries?
No one has ever seen Vampire Diaries.
Oh my God, I've watched it 17 times.
You know how we can test it? We need to dump some salt or some sand or something. And if he stops,
seen Vampire Diaries?
No, I'm just a dork and know about that kind of
You've never seen it?
No,
I'm Stefan.
No, I'm talking about like vampires from like Salem's a Lot.
Like real vampires. Dump some sand and
like Bram Stroke. What's his name?
Stoker.
I almost said Stroke'em.
I like Stephen King vampires. I like Salem's
like me saying what I say? Ari or something.
Things are going to go right. Things are going. I can't even say it. I can't even say it like you're trying to say it. I can't even say it right. Things are going Ari. Next thing you know,
Ari.
Next thing you know, things went Ari.
Oh my goodness. Well, I love Vampire Diaries. I'm just saying.
What the hell is that?
It's so
TV
good.
show or a movie?
Yeah, it's a show.
It's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No, it's way better.
Is it like real vampires or is it like teenager 11 and they like,
sparkly vampires?
I mean, no, they're not sparkly, but it is like.
Oh, I got ripped on last time we talked about movies.
It's good.
I want. What was the recent movie that he's a vampire?
Nosferatu.
Night Shift.
Oh.
Night Shift. It has Jamie Foxx in it. Yeah, that was a super good movie. I like those vampires too.
Have you seen Carry On?
I have. Yes. That's good. Yeah, I liked it.
Very, very good. Probably movie of the year.
Yeah, if you ever see a ribbon on a freaking suitcase, run away.
They all have ribbons on them. That was kind of the thing. Like people always put tape. I don't know how often y'all fly. Like there's always anybody that flies a lot, they always put something distinct on their suitcase because at some point all suitcases look the same.
Red ribbon. Scary.
You know how many people are going to do that though now? Like everything's going to have it now. It's how society is.
Followers.
What was it we talked about that one time? Y'all got pissed because I hadn't seen before. Oh, Pulp Fiction.
You've never seen that?
I've seen every Tarantino movie. I'm a Tarantino fan.
Have you seen From Dusk Till Dawn?
I don't know. That sounds familiar.
It's a
Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
No.
Vampire.
George Clooney's in it.
Yeah. He may have been a part of it. He wasn't there's no way he was the director because he's only done 9 movies.
George Clooney was a vampire?
He wasn't a vampire.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I was like, I could not see that. That's
him and his brother, who was Tarantino in the movie, got done robbing a bank or something. And
went to Mexico.
Stopped off in this bar in Mexico, and it turned out to be a bunch of vampires were in it.
Maybe I have seen that, but if I had to guess, I doubt. I don't.
Isn't Selma Hayek in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Can you look it up, Rich? Is that what you're doing?
What?
Oh, I thought you were already doing it.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
I don't think that Tarantino would have been the director of that. I'm talking about Tarantino directed movies. Pulp Fiction. What was the very first one where they're all bank robbers and it's like post heist? It was his very first movie he directed.
Director was Robert Rodriguez.
Yep.
Robert Rodriguez from Dusk Till Dawn. Tarantino was just in it.
Yep. Tarantino.
He's a weird looking dude.
Tarantino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
In all the movies that he's known that his directed movies, he always does a cameo in. Like in Pulp Fiction, he's got a cameo in there. He plays a guy where they're hiding a body or trying to get rid of a body. They go to his house. Django, he's like one of the guys at the end. They're taking Django out to he's been sold to slavery again. And they're trying to take him off. You've seen Django, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. That's a good movie.
Once Upon a Time in
Jamie
Hollywood.
Foxx in that too.
Yeah.
Inglourious Basterds.
Kill Bill.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is the very first one I was talking about.
I haven't seen Kill Bill.
I'm not a Kill Bill fan.
Dogs.
I'm not a Kill. And there's one movie that I didn't.
Hateful Eight?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good one.
There's one movie I couldn't get into. Like the woman that she had like a machine gun for a leg, and it was like that's just
Planet Terror.
What?
The Grindhouse.
Yeah, I think we had this is almost the same conversation we've had. Was it on air, or was it just one of the ones we just had randomly?
I don't know.
Because I feel like we've had all of these conversations.
I've not talked.
I think we did it on air because y'all were ripping into me because
Little Nicky.
He didn't direct Little Nicky.
It's on there.
He didn't direct Little Nicky. Adam Sandler directed Little Nicky.
Stephen Brill directed it.
Oh, Adam Sandler produced it.
Why are they all on here? I wonder. Hostile.
Because it's probably showing you movies in that same style or whatever. No, Tarantino and Guy Ritchie. I love Guy Ritchie movies too. Think about like
what was the one that Guy Ritchie did recently?
The Gentleman.
No, there was another one he's done that has
It's usually
Jake Gyllenhaal was in it.
Usually the Guy Ritchie ones are they're like British gangster movies. Snatch, The Gentleman. They're real fun movies to watch. If you haven't seen any of those, you're wrong.
The Covenant.
I guess I hadn't seen that.
That's pretty good. It came out last year. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's in it.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's a military movie. He's a sergeant in the army and he gets injured.
I don't really get into a whole lot of military movies. Now, Jarhead was really good. It's like one of my favorites, and it's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it too.
Covenant's really good. Watch the preview for Covenant. You'll want to watch it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. So, when is Shadows of Redemption going to be approached for movie rights and film rights and all that kind of stuff? Has anybody reached out to you yet?
It could be a bad movie.
You know what? I know a guy.
Oh yeah, you sure do, don't you?
I know some director producers, and then I know a guy.
Is it the same type of guy that like thinks Renix is like? Is that the same guy that
Renix? The deal on that, Renix screwed me on that deal. I'm still salty over that.
About Renix being in that movie.
Well, originally, I was approached to be because they needed somebody that looked like a cop. I'm like,
why'd they pick Renix?
Well, not for that was his part.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
No.
That's so terrible.
No, so the lead character in that movie is supposed to be so it's like set in the future, like post-apocalyptic situation, and then like the lead character was supposed to be like law enforcement prior to everything happening, and so they were talking to me about doing that. But then there were issues that came up where like they were needing places to film. And so I ended up like talking to people and getting them in places and blocking off, and then ended up doing security for a good chunk of it all so that they could do what they needed to do. Well, then they came up and they were like, wait, you were supposed to do this. We've got this part and we really want you to do it. And it was the part that Renix freaking oved on. And to his credit, it actually was really fitting because it was like about 5 seconds of screen time, and then he ends up getting slaughtered by the lead character. I mean, he just slashes him.
Did he get a credit in the movie?
Yeah.
So does he have like
I got a credit in the movie.
Does he have an IDBM profile page?
He may. I got a credit for they said I was some location manager.
Huh.
Yeah, location.
Because I know you can
film.
get like I know people that used to work security, a contract security for like the big productions that they do up in the metro and stuff. And he has an IDBM, and he would wind up being little bitty parts because of he's there, and they hey, come in, do whatever. He was a medic, firefighter, used to do that stuff.
What was the name of that movie?
That one, Salt of the Earth.
Salt of the Earth. So, hey, you have any guy? We need a character like you just look at him and it screams police officer. He's like, I got the guy for the job.
But no, so like on this, that was the deal. Like they wanted me to do that, and then I ended up doing other crap. But for that part, they were like, "Yeah, we really want you. You were supposed to do all this, and you ended up doing this. So we want to get you in there." And I was like, "All right, what is it?" And then they tell me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking going out like that." And they're like, "Well, you walk in, and then you go to pull a gun, and then you get sliced." And I'm like, yeah, no, that's bitch stuff. I'm not doing that.
Did Renix he got murdered in the movie?
Yes.
Did he like make it like dramatic?
Oh yeah.
Just to like make it memorable.
Yeah,
and
I have.
And they were like, no, don't do that, and I have to do take after take.
Somebody
just die.
No, somebody has footage of that actual. I think I may.
I can see me like,
when they were filming it, I have like behind the scenes of them filming, with all the mics and everything going on. I think I have video of it somewhere of him coming in and he ends up getting stabbed.
I just think it's so funny when people die dramatically in the movies. Like there's that movie The Gentleman I was talking about. The guy gets shot in the head like a 22, and then he's like dips his finger in the blood, looks at it, and like looks around, and then before he falls down. I'm like, no, that he should have just switched off immediately.
Oh my gosh. His character's name in the movie is Skinner. And they have in here that his name is Jay Renix.
Even they didn't know what his name was. Has he got a picture?
No, there's no picture.
I wonder if you can upload a picture yourself too. Surely not. It's not like a wiki page. Do what?
Salt of the Earth.
Am I in there?
Where's it at?
She said I was a location manager.
Salt of
Where
the
would
Earth.
one locate this movie to watch? Like, how would one? Let's plug it real quick.
So it was filmed, and it was a couple weeks ago because I was giving him crap because they sent me an invitation to go up there to like watch the.
Oh, it hasn't even premiered yet?
Yeah, I'm on there. See,
Richard Finch, location manager or something.
But they had the casting crew screening for it. I think it was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something. So it hasn't come out on like DVD or anything yet. But
And Renix is in it.
yeah.
I mean, he is like a small part though, right? I mean, he's not like a character you're following.
No.
Okay.
He was like a bad guy.
So how has Renix's acting chops? Did he come?
Oh, I'm surprised because he got the invitation. Like as soon as they sent it, because she sent me one, and then she was wanting his info to send him one or whatever, and so I send it off, and then a little while later he's like, immediately blowing me up. Hey, did you get the invite? You going? Are you going to the premiere? Are we going?
I really hope that he submits like a leave sheet specifically so he can make this thing.
He asked off for it.
I want to make him.
When is it?
He already went. It was
already had?
Yeah. He asked because I was giving him crap because he was like, I need to take, because he works days, but that wasn't until it was an evening premiere.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I need to go ahead and take the day off. And I'm like, for what? It's at night. Why do you need, you're off already. Why do you need the whole day off to go to something at night?
Because he had to like, I wonder what he wore. I wonder if he wore like.
Oh, he was dressed up.
Did he show up? I bet he like overdressed for it. Like
no.
showed up like
Tony,
expecting like a red carpet with all the cameras and stuff.
His Tony Lamas probably with the sparkly breeches. And then he's got a grunt style shirt that he really likes to wear. Did I ever tell you about that?
No.
Oh man. So we had back when I was chief, we had an issue. There's the pond out there, this pond, lake, whatever. Well, it's got a bad issue with beavers, right?
Right.
So they're tearing stuff up and they're building dams out there, and we're constantly having to move them and stuff. So we contact game warden and talk to him. He comes out and looks, and he's like, yeah. So he gave specific people the ability to take care of the beaver problem, right?
Right.
So we get all our paperwork in order, and we're setting up a plan, and there's a big dam. We were going to use the excavator to reach out and grab the dam and then like pull it open.
Poor beavers.
Yeah. And all this is going on, and people are lining up out there, and I'm just watching.
Why are there people lining up? Like,
it's like city workers.
Oh, I thought you meant like the whole town came out.
Oh yeah,
like,
the whole town. It was a town deal. Like, y'all just come on out.
Got lawn chairs and
shit. And get you fill your freezers up. But it gets better. So we get out there and they're getting the excavator set and they're having to push some dirt and shit. And I see Renix come out there, and I shit you not, he was in his Tony Llamas with his sparkly britches. He's got sparkly ass britches.
I don't know what a Tony Llama is.
Tony Llama boots.
I guess.
Brand.
Oh, okay.
Tony Llama brand boots. Expensive boots. $300 boots. So he's got his boots
like
on.
Western boot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But he's got his sparkly, like, what are those, Rock Revival or Rock something jeans with the sparkly ass on them. No. Sparkly pocket. Yes. Grunt style shirt that is, y'all make fun of me, and I'm a DT instructor. And he was.
Yeah, we track.
He's hulked out, got his Oakleys on, and he goes and gets in the back of the truck. And he just got this rifle, brand new rifle. He got it. So he's standing out there. Imagine, if you will, sun's going down.
This is at the premiere, or this is the Beaver?
No, this is the Beaver.
I think.
Incident.
Okay.
You're getting him track, but that's what he wore, the same outfit to the premiere.
Okay.
But he's standing out there on a dirt hill.
Yeah.
With this.
I know
with this
exactly
rifle,
where he's standing. I can see it.
With this rifle, trying to look as Chris Kyle as possible, and he's over here looking for beavers, right?
Like you said, the sun was setting.
Setting.
He didn't even need his sunglasses.
Didn't even need it, but he's got them on, and he's standing there looking operator AF, right? Looking, and they're not. They tear the dam, and it's like, okay, well, maybe they weren't in that one because there's several of them around, but maybe they just abandoned that. Whatever, there's no beavers in it.
It's like he was going after Beowulf.
Renix.
Oh my gosh.
Renix looks at me dead ass, and as I sit here today, he goes, "I don't see none. They can't swim underwater, can they?"
I feel like at the time, I think you told me this story. Like, I think we had been on a scene or something. You were telling the story, and I think I kind of remember that.
Yes.
Not in much detail.
We were sending him for the longest time, like, little pictures of beavers with, like, snorkels and goggles on, because he did not know that beavers could swim underwater.
But I mean, what was did the game warden warn him and pull him aside, listen, I know when they're doing this, they're doing it, but these beavers are out of control, man. They're nasty dudes. We need you.
He had to have, because he came out there on a mission.
I bet he did it on purpose, just because he knew he'd go all in on it. So he probably churched it up and listen, everybody's safety, they're gonna rely on you. They don't understand the danger here.
He was out. He was protecting.
Frosty. He was frosty at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He couldn't have picked a better outfit.
And we have pictures of this somewhere. I'm hoping.
Have pictures,
of him.
yes.
Yeah.
Have pictures. Yeah. We got to send that to him.
He's so cute.
But yeah, for the longest time, he
when y'all were messing with the dam and it was getting close, did he okay, we're almost there, and take a stance, a position?
Oh, he was. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He was. If you picture, there's a hill and near the water, and the damn thing is going on, and he's just standing there, and he just
on scan.
Any threats, looking for beavers. I guess he expected them to come out of the dam and attack at some point.
Well, and then he asked the question, you would think, knowing of the situation, obviously it was very a critical situation. He needed, these are dangerous creatures. Why didn't he do a little research?
No, he had no intel.
Nothing. He knows what a beaver looks like.
I was like, how do you think they get in and out of there? And he's like, I don't know. There's not a door they go in. I'm not like a door, I guess, but maybe a hole on the surface that they go through.
Like a hobbit.
I'm like, have you never seen a beaver dam? Have you never looked at a National Geographic magazine?
I remember having this conversation. Yeah, asking that. He's from Arkansas, right? Do I know he's from Arkansas? Is he from Arkansas? He was telling me where he was from, and I was like, they have beaver. Do they not have beavers there too?
I don't know. It's a foreign animal to him.
Yeah, we used to go, shoot beavers, for fun when I was growing up around that same area. Well, we used a 22, not a freaking AR rifle.
No, he was locked and loaded.
As he usually is.
30 rounds, baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a good thing. There, like, no, a threat didn't present himself that day.
I mean, if it would have meant he would have been an adversary that day. I've never seen him so locked in. But the breeches.
I could see him wearing that too.
With a sparkly ass.
Yes.
Well, we hit up we've been on this for an hour and a half almost.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
And plus, I'm tired of looking at y'all. I'm ready to go home.
Whatever.
Anyway, I'll leave a description. I'll leave a dang link in the bottom of the description on this episode to remind you guys about my book. Y'all need to check it out.
Yeah, and we made sure to spell check it a couple times so you don't have to worry about words like Ari.
Shut up. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening.
Later.
Bye.
You've been listening to Code 0.5, the lighter side of police work. If you have ideas or suggestions for our show, we'd love to hear from you. Visit our website at code05.co. That's code05.co. And please consider making a donation at our Patreon page, patreon.com/code05. Be sure to use the digits 05. Thanks for listening to Code 0.5.